Yeah. You got like crap in your beard or something, like bugs.
Scoot over.
Quit! Can we not pick at my shirt anymore?
Okay, I'm just trying
You
to
got a
help.
stain right there, and your sleeve's all wrinkled. Just go. Okay.
That muskrat's up in that beard.
Yeah.
That's probably it. I had a dream that a bug fell out of it the other night.
Okay, that is just disturbing.
Hey guys, I'm Jameson, this is Jamie, and this is the weekly update.
Number 8.
The Ocho.
The Ocho.
So
this week, we kind of, it was a big week. We got a lot done.
we did.
Well, yeah. The walls were poured this week. They came and they had this big, like,
I feel like your mic is gonna...
Can you stop?
Let's reorient this a little bit. There you go. Well, your hair's rubbing against it. I think there's gonna be a little interference.
Anyway.
So we got the wheel, or whoa, the wheels.
We got the wheels turning this week on the house.
We got the walls poured earlier this week.
Yes.
And then they removed the forms. So as you can see, our basement has
We have
arrived.
walls. And it was kind of, I didn't realize that they took the forms off like within the next day, like 24 hours later, the forms were removed.
It was even less than 24
Yeah.
hours. They came right back the next morning and started peeling them off. But the cool thing about the whole foundation pouring was that they couldn't, where we're standing was a ramp meant for the concrete trucks to get around here, but there was some areas that were just a little iffy. When they poured the footings, they had to dump half of the load on the front side, and then so they could lighten the load, come back here and pour the rest. For the walls, we didn't want to do that because what happens is if you only have so much concrete, you get these cold veins running through the foundation walls. So what we did was we brought in a pump. And by pump, I don't mean like a little pump that pumps the concrete. I mean like a crane truck pump that essentially...
it was pretty cool to watch this happen.
Yeah, so it's this giant crane and it can extend its arm and literally from one spot it can cover, it poured this whole foundation.
Yeah.
So they just, all the concrete trucks come and they dump the concrete.
Quiet noises. Quiet.
Calm it down,
Quiet.
little girl. Okay, so all the concrete trucks come and they just dump this into this chute. Hey. So they bring the concrete trucks in and they dump all the concrete into essentially like this giant chute, and then the pump sucks it up and it just puts it where it needs to go. It was really cool to see it happen, and I think overall there was 10 trucks and 92 yards of concrete.
10 trucks, and they still didn't have enough concrete that they had to call one more truck in for 2 yards of concrete near the end. But while all that was going on, we also had all of the lumber was delivered for the barn. So that is starting tomorrow, actually. We have our crew of the Amish crew of the Amish. Can we go with that?
Yeah, crew of the
We
Amish.
have our crew of the Amish coming tomorrow to start on the barn. So I am very excited to watch that process happen. And other than that, we built a bench this week.
This is going to be a project coming soon on Ryobi Nation. Ryobi Nation?
Ryobi Nation.
Is actually how you say it.
And it's really, it's a neat bench with some hidden storage in it. And I think it turned out really, really well.
Yeah. It's kind of, it could be used for an entryway bench. It could be used for a bench like at the end of the bed. I think there's a lot of different areas of the house that it could be used. And then the seat kind of slides out on drawer slides, and then you've got access to a box where you can kind of hide a bunch of crap.
And I'm really excited about the color because I really like how it turned out. I used 2 different stains and the color looks really cool.
It does look good.
So, but other than that, what else
we had a Dremel project that we were also working on.
Yes, I got to play with cutting some metal, which was really fun.
It's not really it's not really making, like, it's not a huge project, but at the same time, it was just something different that we don't normally do, was working with metal. We bought some metal buckets and then just used our metal cutting blade on the Dremel to cut out these like little pumpkin faces or whatever for Halloween. So you drop a candle in there, you're good to go.
They turned out cool.
Yeah.
I like how it was fun.
It was a fun,
project to do.
cheap project, and I think Jamie's now a little bit more comfortable working with stuff like that.
Yeah. sparks flying everywhere.
Yeah.
It was intimidating, but it was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What else?
I feel like that.
Anything else?
No,
No.
I think that wraps up our week 8.
That wraps up the weekly update number
Wrap
8.
up.
Wrapping up the wrap up.
Yep.
All right, guys, stay tuned for next week's weekly update, and we'll show you this barn. I'm sure that we'll have the barn up by the end of the week. So
I hope so. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but we're going with
most of it, anyways.
yes, hopefully. All right.
Anyways, take care, and we'll see you next week.